Okay, this is Jedi, and I'm here making another Jedi interview, a new Jedi interview. The interview is going to be about all the competitions that I have been in since the year 2000 to year 2018. My green lightsaber. Now, the first skateboard competition that I entered was in year 2000, and I entered it with a Zoo York board that had the skyline of New York on it, and it also had the Brooklyn Bridge, and I entered it with that skateboard in it. And then, what shoes was I wearing again? I can't remember what shoes, but the first trick that I did in it was an air over the transfer at the bottom end, and I didn't land it. And then I did my 180 nose grind, and I sort of landed it. And then I went for a lip slide on the bottom transfer ramp, and I did it real good, about 1.5 metre lip slide, and landed it first shot. And then I came back and tried to do, I went up to the main big ramp at Frankston Skate Park, the old Frankston Skate Park back in the year 2000. Went up to the big ramp, kick turned it, come back down fakie, did a body varial and come back down fakie, and then did a fakie 360 shove it over the pyramid. And I did a really fast, really exceptional fakie 360 shove it, but I landed on it, and as I was rolling away I slipped off and hurt myself, slammed pretty hard, but like the crowd all sort of cheered. And two skaters that were really good skaters at the time, that were part of the Blank team, the Blank company called Blank. And the one that came first was a guy called Jason Eschazar, and he did a full cab on the big quarter pipe that I kick turned and then came back down fakie 360 shove it. He did a full cab on the big quarter pipe, and the guy that came second was another guy from the Blank team. The guy that came first, his name was Jason. What's his name? Jason Ridgway. Yep. And the guy that came second, his name was Will Stoyles, and he did a couple of rails on the big rail. He did like a backwards rail and a frontwards rail and a kickflip and stuff on the quarter pipe. And he came second, and I can't remember who came third, but I didn't come in the top three that time. Didn't land enough tricks. And so the next skate park comp that I went in was in 2002, and I entered at the city skate park, and in the few days before that I'd been doing jumps over the fence and landing them, 180 crossbone, 180 nose grab crossbone over the fence and landing them in the days leading up to it. But then I went in the Australia Day comp in 2002, January 26th Australia Day comp, and I was about to jump my fence, and then the commentator yelled out that I wasn't allowed to go in the competition because he didn't want me to jump the fence. So I was disqualified from that competition, the second competition I went in, just before I even had a shot at it, and even had a chance at it. And now 2 weeks later there was another competition on at the city skate park to enter the Globe competition. And I did my whole first run of 4 shots of the jump on the fence, and I did my whole second run 2 shots of jump on the fence. Now the 4 shots in the first run are in the skate park competition video on Train Racer XXL Riverside preview clip. It's the one where I wore the orange shirt and I did the 4 jumps in the orange shirt over the fence. And I nearly landed the 4th shot, and that was pretty good, but the guys, the photographers filmed me doing it. And that was the 3rd comp that I went in, but I didn't place first, second or third that time either, even though I nearly landed my fence jump. I pretty much landed it. Now, the fourth comp that I went in was in 2003 in January Australia Day. I went in the Australia Day comp again, and I did my jump over the fence, and it's the one at the end of train race at XXL Riverside previously, which is the big jump over the fence that I do at the end, one-footed frontside 180 nose grab crossbone. And so that's the one that I did that day with no top on, and I broke my board. I'm trying to remember what skateboard I had that day. I had a Deca, an old brand back from the year 2003 called Deca, D-E-C-A. And it was a Shilo Great House. There was a skateboarder whose pro deck it was, Shilo Great House. And it was a red and white board. Had a robot, like a picture of like a Transformers lock robot. And it had a background of a city skate park, or city skyline actually, not city skate park. And what shoes was I wearing at that Australia Day comp when I jumped over the fence and broke the board? No top on. I was wearing blue and white DVS, Day One Song DVS shoes, and they're really good impact shoes for doing big airs. And that's one reason why I didn't hurt myself too bad when I did that jump and broke my board. Okay, now the next skate park comp that I went in was 2005. I had that 2003 skate park, skate park comp at Australia Day in 2003. I got on the fence. I won the big air comp that day, and I was offered a photo shoot and a sponsor. I turned down the sponsor, but I took up the photo shoot. I did the photo shoot. And now, the next comp that I had after that was in Mornington in 2005, and that comp I didn't really land any tricks in. I tried my lip slide, and I did it good, but I just couldn't land it. And I tried a 180 air over the gap between the quarter pipe and the bank. And I also had a shot at doing my nose slide and 180 nose grind on the box at the top of the pyramid at Mornington Skate Park. No, I didn't come first or second or third that day, but Jamie Cook won first and Jeff Cook won second. The two brothers came first and second, I remember. And now, the next competition that I went in was year 2008, and it was again the big air at the City Skate Park at Riverside, and Matt Taylor won it. My old friend Matt Taylor did a kickflip indie, but I was going to do my jump over the fence, and they wouldn't allow it. Once again, the commentator said you were disqualified, you cannot jump the fence. So that stopped up my competition in 2008 at Riverside, and that was for Australia Day too. It was the January 26th when I was making a habit of going to the January 26th Australia Day comps. And then the next comp was I think in 2008 at Mornington, and I'm pretty sure I placed third for that one. No, not third. Maybe second. I don't know. I can't remember. But I had my Emily Strange board. Oh no, it was a demo. It was a demonstration. And I was there, and I did my lip slide. I did my crooked grind. I didn't win, but it was part of the demonstration. That was in 2008, and then that's at Mornington Skate Park. In 2009, I went back to Riverside for Australia Day, and I don't think I even entered. I just turned up as a spectator. I didn't even enter the 2009 comp at Australia Day in Riverside. Let me think. Now the next comp I went in was 2010, was in Hastings. And Hastings, I landed my first trick nose slide. I had still the Emily Strange board, I think. I landed my first trick nose slide, no problem. And then I tried to do my lip slide on the quarter pipe, but I didn't land it. And then I tried to do a small melon air grab on the quarter to bank, and I landed that one a couple of times, but still didn't win first, second or third prize. And then a few months after that, about 5 months after that, I got sponsored by Tricker Brothers in 2010. And that's when I had my lightsaber, and I was going in comps with my lightsaber. And the first comp I went in with my lightsaber was 2011 at the Hastings Day comp in February 26th or something, 2011. I had another Zoo York board, a team board. It wasn't any pro deck, it was a team board, a Zoo York. And I went in the Hastings competition. I did my 1-footed nose slide, and I did my melon grab, and I did my lip slide. But I didn't land the lip slide properly, but I landed the other tricks proper. And I won the third prize. I won a pair of knee pads and a trophy and stuff. That was pretty cool. Hastings Day, a fair crowd watched me do that. And a few months later, I went to Somerville Skate Park for the first day of the first competition of the Somerville Skate Park. And unfortunately, the commentator's tent, the DJ's tent, was right where I wanted to do my big air off the edge of the quarter pipe out into the flat space. So I couldn't do that trick that day. So I landed my one foot in nose slide again, and heaps of the crowd said I should have won, but at the end of the day, the judges said that this other guy won for an over crooked, and I didn't win for my 1 foot in nose slide, and the whole crowd was all going off about it, and I was yelling at the commentators and stuff, telling them that they were jibbing me and saying that you're ripping me off. I had my Darth Vader board that day, my Darth Vader board at the Somerville comp. At the Somerville comp, the Darth Vader board, and I had, what shoes? I had DVS red shoes. Red, I can't remember what brand they were, but they were DVS red ones. And the whole crowd and me, look, I was swearing at the commentator at the Somerville Skate Park, and the crowd was all getting behind me. Because I should have won, and they said, and the whole crowd said I should have won. But they said no, the judges said no, you didn't win. I said some guy did it front side over crooked, and I did my 1 foot in nose slide with my lightsaber, and I lost. You know, pretty jibbed. Now, the next competition I went in was the Vans Go Skate Day competition at Riverside in 2012. I entered the competition on the Vans obstacle, and I did 1 foot of nose slide, 1 foot to shove it out, but I didn't land it properly, so I didn't come first, second or third, but I did a really good lip slide on the bowl, on the quarter pipe of the bowl, down the river end of Riverside, and that got the crowd all going. But I didn't win nothing at the Riverside at on the Vans obstacle, the skyline box that was shaped like a shoe. But I didn't make it in the photo shoot. I made it for the front page photo shoot for skateboard.com.au, the big skate website in Australia. Yeah. The next competition I went in was, I should make a mention that about 2 months before that I went into the first Newport William Sound competition. And I landed my lip slide, sort of, but not really. And I didn't get in the first top 3 or anything. And I went back, and then after Vans Go Skate Day, I went in the next William Sound Newport competition at Newport Skate Park, and I did my lip slide in my whole run, and then I landed it, but I just didn't roll away. It's on footage on the Newport preview clip, a Train Racer XXL Newport preview clip. I landed at the end, but I just don't land it properly, and the whole crowd goes crazy and starts cheering and stuff. So yeah, I didn't win that day, but I got the biggest cheer of the crowd. Next comp after that was 2013 Riverside Preview Comp. Sorry, not Riverside Preview Comp. January 26th, 2013 for the Australia Day Comp, and I tried to jump the fence. I did a few lip slides. I had my Tricky Brothers board, a black one I think it was, with the key design on it, Tricky Brothers skateboard keys. I did, and my blue Stoudemire basketball top and a pair of blue shoes, and also I had my blue helmet, my blue lightsaber. I tried to air the fence. I did a few good lip slides and stacked, and then I tried to air the fence, but I didn't land. I only got 2 shots, and then I didn't land it properly. I keep insisting to the YMCA, the Riverside Skate Park, the YMCA guy, said that if I had 4 or 5 shots I'd land it, most likely, but not just 2 shots. That's not enough shots to do it. Not enough consistency to do it. Now, what's the next comp that I went in? Oh, Christmas 2013, the night session before Christmas at Riverside. I did my double lightsaber slide, but I didn't land it. My double lightsaber lip slide, but I didn't land it. I had the green lightsaber and the blue lightsaber, but I didn't land it. And that time I was using another Tricky Brothers skateboard. Now, what else? Then now, the next comp after that I went in was 2016 Halloween, but I didn't really enter it. I just helped the judges, like, you know, picked the winner. I was a bit unsteady on my feet at 2016 Halloween at Riverside. I wasn't really getting the skateboard in the month before that, so I wasn't really steady on my feet. I needed to be more shock ready, shock proof, ready for pain and stuff, man, you know what I mean? And then next skate park competition was 2018, just skip forward 2 years to Moomba. And I had my new black Trigger Brothers skateboard with the picture of the pirate ship. Oh, that one just there, see? And had my skateboard, my green lightsaber, my green Isaiah Thomas Celtics, Boston Celtics top. And I performed quite well, but I wasn't eligible to be part of the I couldn't win any prizes. I wasn't eligible to win any prizes because I didn't enter the qualification competition. I didn't qualify at the qualification competition at Prahran Chapel Street Skate Park 2 weeks before that. So even though I skated and did a run in the competition and did a really good frontside nose grind on the bowl with my lightsaber, but I scratched, but I did a really good grind. Then even if I had won, I couldn't claim the prizes because I didn't qualify 2 weeks before that. But I still got to skate in the comp. It's alright. I still went cut sick. My Star Wars sword and my skateboard. Anyway, that's a wrap. That's basically all I've got to say about the skate comps. Look out for my next interview. It'll be about stealing the Olympic torch, and the next interview after that will be about setting the world record for longest distance ridden on a skateboard in a day, and the Sydney record as well. Alright, peace out, brothers and sisters. Later.